Gio, mate, honestly, I'm not mad you crashed into Max last race. I'm really, really not. What I'm mad about is how you did it. You've got to take him with you. Senna, Schumacher, they didn't muck around. Get in there, take out the opposition, win the championship. That's how you do it. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. Today we have the British Grand Prix and I suspect it's going to rain. In fact, I know it's going to rain because I accidentally saw what the weather is. So it's going to be a very, very stressful race for me. Now, of course, last race we saw Giovinazzi go and park it in the fence. Did very, very big damage to his, not so much the engine, but the O's and the gearbox. A lot of talk in the comments, do we take penalties just straight away, get it over and done with, because we are going to need at some point to take penalties. I think what we'll do is we'll see how qualifying goes here. The fact that it's a wet race, maybe that means there might be a bit of chaos and a good opportunity for us to go and do that. Now, we have the new R&D period has started, so we are designing new underfloor, front wing and suspension, so that will be with us probably after the summer break, in truth, so we won't rush things. It's not going to get here before the summer break anyway. So, yeah, that is all good. Let's go and have a quick look at what we are expecting here for the race. We can see there heavy rain for the Sunday, which is not ideal. There's the track map. Red is Sector 1, blue Sector 2, yellow Sector 3. We can see there a little bit of everything. Some slow traction zones, mostly fast and medium speed corners, which is what is crucial. Time considerations there. You don't lose too much in a pit stop because you sort of cut out the last corner. So 22-second time loss. Expected strategies is a 2-stop, although that goes out the window, of course, with the rain. And yeah, so we can see that a soft tyre is better than a medium tyre, which is better than a hard tyre, so which is all kind of makes sense. Historically, Mick has won here in our game, so that's good. Otherwise, it's been Red Bull dominated. No one's won twice, so let's hope that that continues and the pattern continues, and this is a Ferrari win as well. So let's have a look at our performance targets here. Qualifying, someone in the top 4, so that should be hopefully doable for us. Finishing position is both cars in the top 4. That's a bit of an ask, especially if we're taking penalties with Giovinazzi. Qualifying, we can see there. Actually, we won't be able to take I'm just realised we can't take penalties with Giovinazzi, I don't think, because we still have new stuff that we haven't used. So yeah, we won't. I don't think because what I don't think you can do is, yeah, we can't buy a new part to take penalties until we've used all the previous ones. So never mind. We can't take penalties here. So yeah, don't have to worry. So there we go. That is confirmation of a miserable Sunday. I'm going to go do free practice and I'll see you for qualifying. Alright, so we've done free practice. It went okay. No crashes, which is always nice. FP1, a bit of a messed up top of the order there, isn't it? You wouldn't expect those three. But anyway, we were down the bottom here, which is absolutely fine. Of course, Giovinazzi does have a 3-place grid drop because of that incident in Austria. FP2, Piastri was 9th, Giovinazzi 14th. And then FP3, we were a little bit down again. It was 14th and 16th. Obviously, though, old engine parts and whatnot. So that explains somewhat, hopefully, or most of, the lack of pace. So Q1 shouldn't be a problem. Piastri's setup is nailed. I think we're going to get Giovinazzi's. Just didn't quite have enough time to confirm that in free practice. But we're only 1% off on the brake balance. Brake balance is optimal, so that should be 100% for him as well. But yeah, let's go do Q1. So yeah, indeed, absolutely fine. Giovinazzi was up there in 3rd with just the 1 run. Piastri down there in 12th, but was comfortable the whole time, never in any danger of being knocked out. So that's good news. We can see there that we've lost an Aston Martin and Perez as well. And as is tradition, the Haasers have exited as well. All right, now we are on board with Piastri. We're taking a bit of a risk with Giovinazzi. He's currently top. He's got 9/10 of the drop zone, so we're just saving a set of tyres, basically. As ever, both cars did their first run on their used set from Q1. Now, Piastri, I think, did get held up by George Russell, either in sort of Maggot's Beckett or the end here. It sort of went from the top shot down to as Giovinazzi completed his lap, so I kind of missed what happened, but I'm assuming 6.5 tenths is due to being held up, and Russell was ahead of him on track. Like a nice little sneaky draft of that guy. Purple in the middle sector for Piastri. And let's see, there's no traffic between him and the line now. He's going to need to do a better lap. He's almost certainly going to do it, and he goes second. Just a smidge off on Lando Norris. So perhaps promising. We're ahead of both Red Bulls. Both Alfa Romeos got in as well, so that's maybe a surprise. Yeah, that is probably a big surprise, actually. The Alpine's looking quick as well. It's almost 2x2, isn't it, the whole way down? All right, we are on board with Piastri. Maybe we'll go with Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi had 2 sets of new tyres, so both of his runs were on new tyres, and he's currently fastest. Now, Piastri, and he was right behind Verstappen, and actually it was Giovinazzi, Verstappen, Piastri, like all quite close together. And Bottas got out of Giovinazzi's way, then held up Piastri and Verstappen. So, Verstappen, unfortunately, is absolutely flying, so that's not, that's not great. Piastri, as we would expect, is going faster. But if Giovinazzi wants to keep his pole, which he will, of course, lose, he's going to have to go a lot quicker here, because Verstappen is top. I think we're seeing Giovinazzi do one of his second qualifying runs. So it's on Oscar Piastri here. Can he move himself? He's going to be our main hope, of course. Giovinazzi, if he starts second, will go down to 5th. Piastri will be 5th. So slightly disappointing after Q2, that I would say. So promised so much, delivered so little in the end. So it will be a 3-place grid drop. So we'll have we'll be 4th and 5th, I think. Ahead of the Red Bull of George Russell, though, in a wet race to come as well. Alright, so strategy options. What we could do is we could take penalties here with Giovinazzi, and so the rain comes and then stays, it looks like. We could put in a new engine now, and so medium tyre. Let me have a look at this here. Medium tyre should, yeah, that should get us there quite comfortably, shouldn't it? That's definitely to the rain. Heavy rain's going to mean a wet tyre, isn't it? So, do we think that's probably wet there? Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. I hate heavy rain is the worst, because you're going to have to change tyres a few times, and so if I'm guessing, I'd say that, and then probably, depending how things are looking, you'll want to go to an inter. If not there, then probably at the end there. Ah, it's going to be a nightmare. So it's going to be the same for both cars, because obviously the strategy is weather dependent. Let's see what we can do. Alright, welcome back, and let's see what we can do here. I'm assuming everybody's on a medium tyre. Anybody on a soft is not going to get to the rain. So yeah, everybody, it does look like, is on a medium tyre. We won't defend fresh air. As we've learned in Monaco a couple of seasons ago, that just slows you up. We could do with just sort of not battling away with each other too much here. Tyres, so Verstappen's on a hard, which will definitely get him to the rain, but he's going to be a little bit slow up, and certainly these first few laps anyway. So interesting. We might have an opportunity there, as looks like Giovinazzi maybe ran a little bit wide. We don't need you attacking Gio at this point, though, Oscar. We don't need you losing position to Bottas either. Probably should have left him on deploy, shouldn't I? So this is going very well. Yeah, can we get Esteban Ocon? No, it's Sainz in front. Alright, well, we're racing for the rain essentially anyway. It's too late, let's not do more damage here. I think Bottas is still deploying somehow. He's certainly on a flyer, isn't he? He's got past Russell. He's got past Piastri, and certainly looking at Giovinazzi. But DRS will come online this lap. And, yeah, Bottas will run out of battery at some point. Oh, Jesus Christ, Oscar. Maybe we should be defending. Back to 7th. Alright, well, I think it's fairly safe to say that Bottas has got an upgraded car. He is absolutely flying, which is fine. We've been charging up a little bit the battery, and he just sort of caught us out a little bit. Piastri is going backwards, though, which isn't great. Guan Yu Zhou and the other Alfa Romeo, which is sort of confirming, I think, that they've got a big upgrade here. I'm not, as I said, I'm not too concerned, because we're basically racing for the rain, and these guys are going through their tyres. We're gonna have this sort of ability to burn the tyres as they are doing now a little bit later in the race. So as long as we're sort of staying close, and we are only 5 seconds off the lead with Piastri, I don't think we're doing ourselves any major damage right now. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, ideally we'd be a little bit higher up. So can we go and get a move done there? Not quite. But yeah, anyway, I'll bring you back if anything happens. But yeah, the Alfa Romeos are very, very quick all of a sudden. Alright, now Bottas has got past Sainz, so we are going to really have a big go. He's still going to have DRS here, but we should hopefully have enough to get past him. Not quite. We'll keep this attack going because we do kind of need to get the move done, and that should indeed be that move done. And yeah, we'll keep trying to attack the back of Bottas. If we can sort of jump onto the back of Bottas here, then what I'm hoping is his lap times will be enough. We should catch the front two, hopefully anyway. Then we'll turn our attention back to Piastri. Now he has got past Guan Yu Zhou. What he needs to do now is try and get onto the back of this group as well. And yeah, let them sort of drag him along a little bit if possible. Last lap, 32s for Giovinazzi. So yeah, he has the pace in the car as he's going to go and get Bottas, is he? Which is absolutely fine. And let's see if he can now. I wonder if we don't really have enough battery to do a proper deploy, I don't think. So yeah, back to sort of a holding pattern. We just want to be close enough to matter, really, I suppose. Alright, well, the front of the field is just starting to get strung out a little bit. Verstappen is going. I think he's seeing perhaps that Giovinazzi is catching him. So they're doing roughly the same lap time. So I think we are slowly catching him. But Norris, as you can see, is just in front of us here. And he'll be in DRS in a lap or two. Piastri is just a little bit stuck. There's a bit of a Bottas train forming here. And he just kind of needs to start and cut his way through it. Now, we know he's not the greatest on tyres. And it's very important that these tyres do actually get to the rain. So I'm just a little bit being cautious on that front, but I think we've got a chance here. So let's go and see if we can get Carlos Sainz. You're going to have to go deep on the brakes, mate. He's not quite done that, but where we might have a chance is out of this corner, perhaps. We don't want to push these tyres this hard for too long. And yeah, well, we'll back off the fuel. Fuel should be fine because it's going to rain, and naturally you saving fuel in the rain anyway because you're going slower. Can we go and get that done up the inside there, please, Mr. Piastri? He's got that done. I think he has anyway. Go on, Oscar. There we go. So that is done. And yeah, looks like Lando Norris has put his foot down again because he's 2.5 seconds up the road of Piastri. So it's annoying. All right, now a little bit of a problem here. The rain is coming in a little bit later than expected. So suddenly tyre life is becoming an issue for us. So that's not ideal, is it? Alright, so the rain has just begun.
Yeah.
So we'll keep a very close eye on this. Now we've just passed the pits. There should be a big enough gap between both cars to stop on the same lap if needed. I think Piastri's tyres are getting towards the end of their lifestyle here anyway. So I think Piastri comes in this lap no matter what. And then I think it just becomes a matter of what do we do with Giovinazzi. Now, he's going to have to make a decision on this very shortly. Alright, so Verstappen has come in, Norris hasn't. So we're going to come in next lap. I think that's a no-brainer here. But yeah, that was a bit of a tight call, wasn't it? Let's see what we get here for a pit stop off on... Oh, no, everybody's coming in. Everybody's coming in. I don't think it's necessarily a bad stop, but we're almost certainly going to lose out. There is a pit stop issue. So he's out in 7th, behind Ocon, who he's lost out to. But what he has lost is quite a bit of time to Russell, who he was not that far behind. Track is now damp. How much time is Giovinazzi going to lose? Is going to be the next big question here, isn't it? Where is he going to come out in all of this? Norris did the same thing, so we're in the same boat. Everybody's out on inters. Go. 2.4 is a little bit better, isn't it? So where does that bring us out? And did we do the right thing doing an extra lap? Verstappen is through. But we're ahead of Russell just. So I think it didn't really matter which way you went. You were going to get a similar outcome, it looks like. It was just right. Decision was right down the middle. So now we've got to wait and see how heavy this rain gets and if it's going to be something where we need to go to a wet tyre or whether this is going to be enough. We've got a yellow flag. Is that anything of note? Doesn't look like it.
We've got a yellow flag
and it's Porsche, who's already gone off the track once. So he's having a bit of a mare. So this helps our cause. Lando Norris, through Cops, has run a little bit wide, and that is going to put Giovinazzi right behind him. And we'll see if we can go and get an overtake done, move up into second. I mean, we were catching him anyway, so it's not like... yeah, it's not like, it wasn't going to be... Not inevitable, but we were certainly going to be behind him at some point. Looks like he's trying to go again. I don't want to waste the battery too much. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit as you were. Alright, well the track has just gone back to dry, so we weren't necessarily expecting that. So we'll back off the tyres, try and save them as much as possible. I'm increasingly wondering if this is actually going to be heavy rain. Truth be told. So we were expecting to be going on to wets relatively soon, and well, we're closer to slicks than we are to wets right now. Which is slightly surprising. In fact, we've got DRS. How dry it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's rain coming any second, so I don't necessarily think that we want to come in, or you don't want to come in. But what we might want to do while we have a bit of benefit of DRS is take advantage of that to get past Esteban Ocon here. Can we please? No? Okay, just thought I'd ask. So we did eventually get Piastri past Ocon. Took a little bit longer, but yeah, nice move in the end. And let's see if we can go and get Carlos Sainz in the other Alpine now as well. And in other not going to plan news, George Russell has just got past Giovinazzi. So that is 4th and 6th now, although Piastri in truth is all over the back of Sainz. So it would be nice if he could go and get that move done, but the track has gone back to damp again, so no DRS anymore.
Yeah, locked up.
Oh, Piastri has thrown it in the weeds.
Big crash there.
Here's the replay. Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
He's gone for a move here, has he? And
there goes the steering.
he's just lost it.
Gamble, and it was just too late.
So he's back to 8th now. Not a good race for Oscar, this one, is it? And that lockup will have taken a little bit out of his tyres as well. Oh, crash involving multiple cars. Is that him coming back onto the track now? No, it's Yuki and one of the Alfa Romeos, who was right up there at the start of the race. They've dropped down. Alright, so with Oscar's little lockup there, he is almost certainly now not going to get to the end on these tyres. He's going to have to sort of tread lightly. Now I'm wondering, there is rain forecast to be heavier and the track to get wetter. I'm wondering if it's worth to just go on a bit of a push and make an extra stop with him. And hope that by the time we get through these tyres, you can see he's so much worse off than everybody else now after that lockup. I mean, he would come out behind Guan Yu Zhou, which is a long way away from where he is now. So, I need to make a quick decision here, but I just don't... I think he's going to lose a lot of time, although he's doing the same time as those around him. He's probably unlikely. He's probably unlikely to get back to here anyway, isn't he? Unless everybody has to come in which case he'd probably need to come in and put wets on anyway. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Piastri's got some minor underfloor damage as well. I'm thinking that he's going to get caught and passed by Albon and Bottas, so we're racing for a point anyway if we leave him out and try and limp to the end. I think I'd rather have a go, see what happens. We're expecting this to be sort of the wettest that the track gets. So there's even an argument to say, do we come in now and get the fresh tyres? We might as well use up as much as we can of this tyre. And then when we catch the back of the Stroll, Sainz, Ocon group, maybe then that's when we call it. But yeah, an older tyre, a worse tyre with a damage underfloor is not going to go well for him. He's just going to end up with a point. So we'll have a go, see if we can get further back than what I think would have been 10th at the end of the race anyway. Alright, so we're coming in this lap with Piastri. 10 laps to go after this one. It's going to have to be rapid. He is a second a lap faster than what Giovinazzi has been going. So, you know, he does have a little bit of pace there. Yeah, it's just one of these, isn't it? It's unfortunate. Obviously, ideally, he wouldn't have got off the track and we could have limped to the end and we probably would have got 5th. But as things stand, yeah, I just think he was going to end up 10th. So we'll come out now. We're in 14th. It's a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. We can push to the end. And, yeah, how far is he off of points? So look, if we go to this one. So he's 11 seconds or so off of a point. 10 laps to go. He should have pretty good pace. So we'll see if he can do it. Alright, so Piastri is having a little bit of trouble here getting past K-Mag. We can see the points. They're right there. But yeah, Magnussen is proving to be a very difficult nut to crack, so that's slightly annoying. But we'll see. We've still got a few laps to go here before the end. Now Giovinazzi, we've had a real big push with him, and he is hopefully about to go and overtake George Russell here. So let's see if he can go and get that done. That'll be him on the podium if he can get it done. And typically it's sort of more into this area where overtakes are getting completed. Come on, Gio. Come on, mate. Get on the outside. Can he do something? There is, of course, as a reminder, there's no DRS. So it's all sort of battery and driver doing what they do. He's got a decent run there. You need to be more aggressive, Gio. How many times have I said it? If he doesn't win a world championship, it'll be the lack of ability to get these overtakes done when they just need to be done. That'll be the reason. Nothing to do with me. This could be a good one though. This could be a good one. And he should have the inside if he can get late on the brakes, show him a bit of curb on the outside. He should have the inside to the second part of this as well. It should be done. And I think that is just about completed now, isn't it? No, Russell's still there. You can see by the timing he's still there. And they're being almost side by side for a lap at this point. Ah, Gio. So we are on the final lap. And can Gio get anything done here against George Russell? It's not looking particularly like it. Piastri is still stuck behind Magnussen. We know Magnussen can defend well, and he's certainly showing Piastri a trick or two, I think. So, yeah, I do wonder. I think if Magnussen hadn't been in the way, it would have been close. These gaps are opening up now because K-Mag is defending like a maniac. So that's, yeah, certainly not helping the cause. Can he go and do something late on here, Giovinazzi? No, doesn't look like he can, although he's got a little bit wide there as Russell. So it's 4th for Giovinazzi. And it looks as though we're going to... can he go and get done into there? Oh, better late than never, Oscar. Nothing on the line particularly. But he's going to go and nick 12th when it was just too late to matter, unfortunately. So, yeah, unfortunately, just wasn't meant to be. Stroll had a day out, didn't he? Up 14 places, look at that. So Giovinazzi up 1. And then, yeah, Piastri just not quite going for him. And, yeah, it was just down to the mistake. And heavy rain. I mean, it wasn't heavy rain at any point, was it? So that may have affected what we did a little bit. Russell has gone above Giovinazzi. Is that new? No, that must have happened already. And Piastri, pointless rate for him. Not ideal. In the Constructors, yeah, well, we've lost a chunk of points there to Red Bull as well, haven't we? Which isn't ideal. And we've got some pit stop points, though, so that's nice to see. We are coming from McLaren, aren't we? Closing another 4 points on them there as well. So the board, I'm assuming, yeah, I tell you what, we've not done particularly well recently, have we? So we've still got high confidence right now, but that might might start to change. Yeah, I don't know that I particularly did anything wrong in terms of strategy there. I just think that, yeah, Piastri going off the track, I genuinely think he would have ended up, we've cost ourselves a point. I think he would have ended up 10th. And, yeah, Giovinazzi just didn't have the pace of those 3 cars in front of him, which is obviously disappointing. But it's Hungary next, so we'll go there and hopefully we'll get a little bit of a bounce back result. I don't think we won't have anything new on the cars, so yeah, we won't have to worry about that. But yeah, looks like we need some underfloors too, do we? So anyway, I'll go and do all this stuff off camera. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time in Hungary. Take care.